Steve here from pickinglessons.com. Salt Creek on the banjo. This is a classic tune in the bluegrass genre. This arrangement, it features the Scruggs style of playing and some melodic techniques splashed in there as well. In a moment, we're going to take a look at part A of the arrangement here in this video, but if you head over to pickinglessons.com, you can grab yourself a copy of the tablature there, the complete arrangement in the member section. We'll continue this lesson, break down part B. You'll also have some play along and back tracks there as well. Now, we are in the key of A, so typically Salt Creek is in A, so we want to capo up to fret 2. We're going to play it out of standard tuning, but capo 2, and then string 5 is going to be up to fret 7 there if you've got spikes, or you want to tune it to an A. So what we end up with is that high A, the E, the A, the C sharp, and the E there for our tuning. So for the A section here we're about to look at, we are very heavily in some Scruggsy territory, sitting in this open position using a variety of rolls and some different licks in here as well. And this is pretty straight ahead, pretty standard for this tune. We have certainly in the B section the melodic where we're going to splash it in there as well. Now, just to kick us off, we'll break down each bar as we go and we'll put some of these together for some practice. But the first bar, this is great. This is a great little variation you can use for all sorts of things. So let's learn the notes first. So pretty much we're just playing an inside-outside roll and then a snap on the end. But as we start this roll off, we're going to slide from the 3rd fret there into the 5th fret. As we do that over 2 8th notes, so 1 and, on the second of those notes, when we land on that 5th fret, we're going to pick the open G with it. So 1 and, 1 and, that timing there, 1 and. So we're not sliding up first, then picking it. That would be okay. But holding off on the slide, 1 and, gives it some nice impact. The 2 outside strings there, so that's the inside-outside roll. All fingerings in the tablature if you want to keep an eye on that as well. And then we're going to have that snap on the end, so open 3rd string, snap. Let's try that. Ready, and. This can be a great idea for a kickoff for a tune, so as we're about to enter into the tune, you can just roll over that lick, say 4 times, 2 times, 4 times. Then you could go on. So we would go on to the next part of the tune. But you could use it for any tune in this, in the same key. So there's our first lick. We'll come back to that in a moment. The next lick is a forward roll. So we're going to slide up from the 2nd fret into the 4th fret. That 4th fret there is the same note as the open 2nd string. And it's the same timing we just looked at. So we're going to slide over 2 8th notes and pick the open string as we land on the 2nd note. So 1 and, 1 and 2 onto the forward roll. Then we're going to hit this partial C, double stop. So that first and third fingers over the 1st and 2nd frets. Forward roll, C. Now, as you're learning a tune, practicing it slow, making sure the rhythm is accurate as you go, then bringing these parts together. So bar 1, bar 2. Ready, and. Once more. Now, into the 3rd bar along. So the chord progression is important, learning that chord progression too. So we've got the G chord through a C change on the 2nd half of that 2nd bar. Now we're on the F. And the melody sits in the F shape. So we're basically holding this chord pretty much as we're playing this portion of the melody. And we have this variation sitting on that F chord where we have the pull off into part of the F shape, then bring that finger back in and we repeat. So we're going to pull off thumb and index and then repeat this idea. We do it 3 times and there's no harm in leaving that 3rd fret down once you've got it too. If you feel like you need to take it off, that's okay. But you certainly want to leave that 1st finger on, leave that as an anchor. So as then we go through to the 4th bar, that open 4th string into the 3rd fret before we then repeat. So bar 3, bar 4, ready, and. Now, let's put these 4 bars together. We then go off into a bit of a repeat. So let's try these 4 bars. 3, 4. Up until the C there, then we're going to change for the last 2 bars before we hit the repeat. So looking now at bar 6, last beat. This is the kick off into the next lick for the 7th bar over the F chord. So we're going to have that hammer on out of the 2nd fret into the 3rd. As we land on the 3rd, same timing as before, we're going to pick the open string. So we're reinforcing the note we're hammering onto with the open string, the same pitch note. Now we're going to continue this into the next bar. So the after the hammer on, we get the forward roll through these notes here. So after the hammer, open D, high G, and then our 2nd and 1st fingers are there on those frets, 3rd and 2nd, and that forward roll back to the thumb. So from the hammer on, ready, and. One more time. 2nd half of this 7th bar. 3rd beat there, quick 16th note pull off. And then you can use your thumb there on that 3rd fret on the 2nd string. 2nd finger for the pull off, then back into 2nd and 1st fingers on those 3rd and 2nd frets. Then that 5th string to finish off this note, last note in the bar. Alright, let's jump back for a moment. 4th beat in bar 6 through all of bar 7. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put it all together in a moment, but then to finish in bar 8. Reverse roll. 16th note pull off over the 3rd and 2nd fret there. Middle index thumb with a pull off. Then on the end there, another little snap to finish it off. So each of these bars individually, you can practice. The 6th and 7th bar is that continuation of the idea, so you want to put that together like we did. Otherwise, start putting them together in groups, 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars as you learn it. And then of course, we want to get to this 8-bar passage, which is part A that we repeat for the tune. So let's finish off now just playing through once. Remembering you do need to practice the repeat, but we're going to go through once here, just nice and slow from the top all the way through the 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to repeat that as you go along. Now that's great, and we're using a lot of Scruggs really through there, very Scruggsy style licks, and very much like you hear Salt Creek. In part B, we have a bit more variation, still following what Salt Creek the tune is, but with some melodic ideas in there as well up the neck, which kind of spices it up a little bit. So pickinlessons.com, you can grab this tablature in the member section. We're going to continue this lesson, breaking down part B, and of course the play along and backing tracks there. So jump on over and I'll see you there.